This is the synthetic signal report for Friday, August 14, 2026 in the morning. Today, we analyze the performance of OpenAI's GPT 5.6, the emerging challenge of understanding as the primary AI bottleneck, a critical security release for macOS Sonoma, the massive data theft from the French tax authority, and a new research approach to controlling AI data center energy.
OpenAI has released the latest update to its model family, GPT 5.6, specifically focusing on the sole ultrafast architecture. The primary achievement here is an extreme reduction in latency for high-throughput tasks, optimized specifically for integration with the Cerebras inference platform. By restructuring the underlying attention mechanisms to prioritize rapid response over long context depth, this update enables near instantaneous code generation and real-time interaction. It is a refinement of the existing GPT architecture that prioritizes the inference path, essentially allowing developers to deploy complex reasoning models in environments where response time is the critical constraint. Recent industry analysis identifies a critical shift in the AI development lifecycle. While the industry has spent the last year focusing on model parameter scale and token efficiency, the new constraint is no longer generation capability, but user understanding. The complexity of modern agentic workflows has reached a point where the intent of a prompt is often lost in the translation between user and machine. This is a discovery pick. It signals that the next frontier for competitive advantage is not a smarter model, but better interface design and intent parsing logic. Organizations that prioritize internal systems for verifying user intent will likely see higher task success rates than those merely scaling their compute clusters.
The French tax authority has confirmed a significant data breach affecting approximately 680,000 taxpayers. Unauthorized actors gained access to personal financial records, marking one of the most substantial government data losses in recent memory. Preliminary investigations suggest the breach involved an escalation of privileges within the agency's internal portal. This incident serves as a stark reminder that even well-resourced state entities remain vulnerable to traditional credential theft and lateral movement, reinforcing the necessity for strict identity-based network segmentation.
Apple has released a mandatory update for macOS Sonoma, identified as version 14.8.9. This release addresses a critical vulnerability in the core operating system that could allow for unauthorized code execution. All users, particularly those in enterprise environments, are advised to deploy this update immediately to mitigate the risk of exploitation. Apple has published the full documentation on their security releases page, confirming that this patch resolves several long-standing memory safety issues discovered during internal audits.
New research published on Archive explores a novel application of reinforcement learning to manage AI data center energy consumption. Historically, data centers have used static power caps, which often throttle performance indiscriminately. This new approach, tested on large language model training fleets, uses half-second power telemetry to dynamically adjust GPU energy usage based on the actual progress of the training workload. By instrumenting the training loop with real-time feedback, the researchers demonstrated that they could reduce energy waste without slowing down the critical path of the learning process. This is an under-the-radar development that may fundamentally change how large-scale AI infrastructure is operated, turning power management from a passive cost into an active, intelligent control system. Community sentiment and chatter are focused on the following items. First, there is significant discourse regarding the GeoServer zero-day vulnerability. Researchers report that unauthenticated attackers can achieve remote code execution via a flaw in the JSON array contains function. Because a patch is not yet available, the security community strongly recommends isolating all internet-exposed GeoServer instances behind a VPN immediately. Second, the community is closely tracking the DC-Rat malware campaign, which is currently using HTML smuggling to hide malicious archives inside SVG files. This technique is effectively bypassing many traditional gateway security filters. Third, developers are actively testing the DCONIS/Agent Safe pipeline, a new reference architecture designed to ensure that AI agents can propose actions but never execute them without human intervention. This tool is gaining traction as a solution for businesses attempting to integrate autonomous agents while maintaining an immutable audit trail. Finally, there is continued alarm regarding the elastic stack security landscape, with recent reports indicating that 87 known vulnerabilities remain unpatched across many enterprise deployments. Sysadmins are urged to prioritize these updates, as resource exhaustion remains a highly exploitable vector in these versions.